Well, greetings. Thank you for joining us tonight's broadcast brought to you by Fifth Dimension. Yeah, there's a little bit of delay in the beginning because YouTube takes forever to walk in, but Twitter and everything else seems to YouTube. It's what it does best. So, alright, for connections here are Andromeda energies and higher self energy. We'll just see what comes through. To go into, basically, yesterday I was kind of throwing a fire up the alien's ass a little bit. Well, you know, there's comfort zone, and I'm kind of seeing who shows up. It's like, screw you guys, you're not doing anything. What's up with all this? You know, you want to get your shoes dirty? That's fine. And then Andromeda's connected, so that was the whole point of it, is just to rattle some cages. There's, yeah, you know, and also the Black Pleiadians. I haven't connected. I don't think I've ever channeled them. You know, Neutron has, but I haven't brought them in, so I thought about connecting to them. We'll see how things go. Yeah, another recap too, because I showed it. I'm not going to do a screenshot of it, but yesterday I did of Orlando UFO. There's a lady that saw like this crazy looking being and put her, I believe, put her in paralysis. And yeah, I didn't go into details of that. It's a long day, but yeah, I mean, it got her attention, and it was already a sold contract for that to happen. And she needed to see it. I think it was like an old friend of hers too. So from what I'm gathering, more into that. So got her to a believer, and I don't know where things are going. Alien, you know, disclosure wise, but there are some other alien channelers that are very connected to the alien energies. Can't get enough of alien. Obviously, they have not let go of that society. You know, and there's nothing wrong with it. Is this obviously it just came from there? So reconnecting is what, you know, makes more sense than connecting to this place. Gee, I wonder why. Checking out. I don't blame them. But it's obviously connections that are just, you know, it's like they walked off the ship basically. And so walking back on is very easily. And this is going to become more part of our society. Diverse energies. Now, my origins isn't always the clearest. I mean, yeah, it comes through aliens, but even I don't know where the hell I come from. But I know I do connect to higher dimensional energies. That can be a pain in the ass. It's like, you know, it's kind of like I'm being like taken care of as a baby, and then I start crapping and farting and whatever, and just let me go and something like that. Okay, maybe I'm in the best description of it, but it's basically just sort of, I'm just getting everybody's shit basically. It can't be controlled, you can say, something like that. That may not have been the best description, but oh well. I'm talking about the higher dimension, so it's a different energy there. Maybe. It's just basically unhinged, can't be held, something like that. Something like that. Obviously not very, you know, you can tell people what they want to hear, and that's great and everything, but does society really evolve that much? The idea is ascension is not as easy as some people might think. It sucks. It's like, it's kind of, I mean, you can ascend slowly, and people will tell you what you want to hear. Oh, I'm on the new Earth. That, you don't see any difference here. It's a little crap. It's like you're on this new Earth that reality distortion field just activated. But you want to actually, you know, change your vibration, allow more. I mean, obviously, I feel blockages a lot of the time because you know it's not time yet. You can't do this. You can't do that. You need to wear yourself out. But there is a way of, I believe, punching a hole to this reality. Obviously, well, yes and no. It's basically kind of healing this reality, healing the third dimension. It's basically allowing more higher dimensional energies to come in. How to do that is, well, we're working on it. But another thing for, I mean, channeling your higher self, your higher dimensional self, in a lot of ways makes more sense than channeling. I mean, there's nothing wrong with channeling other alien energies, but channeling a higher dimensional self, you can say, and get more of an honest opinion, because when you connect to other beings, you're getting their version of it. And this is where you get all energies of, like, you know, disclosure's gonna happen tomorrow, or blah blah blah. I still don't feel it. Alright, we're connecting to alien disclosure energies. It's basically the soul here is making a choice of changing dimensions, and many souls here are obviously on a slow path, but there are ways of igniting, like a fire of knowledge to come in that might seem crazy, outrageous, and people are like, it'll go right over their head, but over time it will start to make itself known. It's basically, some of us here are ready to break out of the prison. You might be talking crazy, but a few will understand. It's basically, you know, due to the combination of this reality and shifting out of this reality into a more fourth and fifth dimension understanding. Some people say they're in fifth dimension. That's fine. You're still here in the crapshoot, though. A lot of us want to really rattle the cage and allow somebody else, you know, other entities to come in, at least show that we're not alone. To get, obviously, if you look hard enough, you can see it. It's in our movies and all that. There's also, you know, I'm not saying there's ways of doing it, but also there's a time and a place for everything. Obviously, there's not a time right now. That sucks. But it does not mean they can't. Let's see here. Things are shifting. That's all they're showing me. More people are taking this stuff more seriously, but how many are actually grasping into it? I mean, you want to connect to your fourth dimensional self. It's not that easy. It sucks. Because you want to get the crap beat out of you, because a lot of beings here don't want you to. The ones that are running your matrix, your reality, they're saying, hell no, we're gonna put all these thoughts in, you're gonna try and shut you down, da 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 da. It's like, no. So that's what I think. Yeah, you have all these, you know, that's the thing about some of these spiritual channels, have all these views and all that, and that's great and everything, but look at McDonald's. McDonald's has a lot of attention too. So it's like, is it spiritual McDonald's? You know, it might seem good on the outside, and you're not really growing in the inside. You're growing, but not where you would like to. Like, you're getting fed, but you're not really growing. So that's the thing. So many are not ready for the real transition. Other of us are coming here to really rattle the cage, and it's like, let's get this show on the road. Obviously we're not allowed to, so you get attacked and you feel like crap all week. You go through a little bit of this and that, but it is possible. It is possible to change things. It just takes some time. It's basically doing your own magic. I mean, yeah, things take time for this reality to shift out of the third dimension, but at least for you to shift out and to bring more higher dimensional knowledge into this reality. Alright, for higher self energies, let's see. The soul world is not ready yet. The soul world is your earth consciousness. Basically everybody's connected to it. Now some, yes, your stragglers out here, there's always a few. There's quite a few, but either way, they're trying to, you know, they're breaking free on their own, and they are bringing in more crystalline magic within themselves. But most of society, those that are listening to, not everyone, but some that are listening to the tarot card stuff is good and everything, but obviously men are not ready to go to the next level of absolute insanity. I don't blame them either, because once you go there, there's no going back. Not really, because they beat the crap out of you. Trust me. I don't think I'm alone in that. But basically, it's like adding an extra new reality to it, basically a fourth dimension reality. Not being afraid of AI, not being afraid of anything for that matter. You might be afraid of the third dimensional thinking here, because people are irrational, get crazy. So it's like, maybe I won't mention all my craziness to everyone. With good reason. Yeah, it's like, I mean, you imagine if I mean, imagine people are already connected to this, but more people are open to this stuff, like worldwide, and you're all kind of piecing together what you see together. Obviously, going to have some that are going to be a super ego. Oh, look, I'm so super. Whatever. You have groups for you somewhere. You need that too for soul growth. You need everything for soul growth. Cults have purpose. Everything has purpose. Everybody keeps each other in check. Might not like it, but just let it be. Do what you got to focus on yourself, not worry about everybody else. Not easy to do, but that's a tough one. So you see crap and you're just like, whatever. Not for me to get involved with. But yeah, as we you feel like society connecting to this stuff. It's like, oh, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that, I'm seeing aliens. Like, I'm not seeing anything. Well, we'll help you out a little bit. We'll send you some energies, and it's not a big deal if you don't see stuff or whatever. But you're awakening. Everyone awakens differently. Imagine society started connecting to this on a global scale, and it's fun too. I mean, it's not that. It's more exciting than this reality. That's for damn sure. And you're bringing other. I mean, not to say you're I mean, everyone's always shifting to different realities, but for the most part, it's shifting to Earth's reality. We all kind of go together, and just be more. You feel like. I mean, obviously, there's going to be positive and dark, but you work together. I mean, you need both anyway. You just look at it from a fourth-dimensional energy field, and that is like crystalline crack. So. I mean, some that listen to his videos and all that, I'm not sure for me, but for others, they hear it, they go back into their day. I imagine that's how it works. There's not many people can really talk to about this either, for obvious reasons. You can't let you go to work or something, or family. But those that you can talk to, you just build on each other. What you're seeing this, you're seeing that, and you just build together. And that's usually how it works. I mean, no matter how radical it is, whatever, everyone's going to see something different. But it's still a fourth-dimensional energy. You just make that part of your regular day. And some are very, like, in the way out there. Like, they can get on an alien ship and go here and there. You might be a little bit ahead of the curve up for everybody else, because a lot of people aren't. I don't think we have ships here. Well, we do, I guess, astrally, but physically, maybe not so much. I haven't seen a spaceship recently. If you have, let me know. Real quick, this is avatar.com. We have private sessions throughout the week. If this is the week to do it, I have more availability this week. I'm not sure what this. Oh yeah, one night channel. Be bizarre. You have Google Hangout, Zoom, and channeling by phone. I'll record it if you want. You have to shop also. Shop is. I'm on Saturday, Sunday. I can't. Either way, this should be a faster week for getting back to people. Same situation here. We have other channelers and heroes I do recommend. We have whatever this is. Social network and yeah, total insanity. Trust me, more is on the way. Also for Soul, now this might be a little bit out there, but there's a movie called Whiplash. I don't see a big, yeah. This is probably pretty extreme, but you can say like this bald guy is like Earth. Okay, that's all. These are all extremes, like here to beat the crap out of it, and here you're trying to perfect yourself. It can be very similar to this. This is, I mean, I don't really see Ascension exactly like this, but for some people, it's a beating. Kind of like that. He's yelling at him. Yeah. it's like, it's this movie is like way out there. It's like real extreme. But it's kind of like spiritual growth too. You kind of beat the crap out of each other. It's not exactly like this, but it can be very hard to open up. The world is beating the crap out of you, and they're just doing the best you can to survive. You want to be good at all this. You want to go into the 4th and 5th and 6th dimension, but it's not as easy as people think. Some people might be easy, good for them. I'm not sure if they're connected to anything, but I can't say that for everyone. In my experience, it sucks. So if you're living a good life, that's good. But I mean, you need the hard life to get better. You need the beating to improve. They test you to improve your connections. So obviously, I mean, it's like you want this knowledge, we're gonna beat the shit out of you. If you can pass it, hey, here's some knowledge, and nobody's gonna believe you. All right, that's great. Yeah, we just look like a big fat Looney Tune, and the rest of the world ain't ready for shit. In due time, it will. Let's see, 4 to 5 years. I don't like to think that far in the future. It's like terrifies me. Okay. I believe this year is a turning point year. I said that before. It's a turning point year. I don't know if aliens are gonna allow. That'd be nice if they like at least send some like angelic fart or something, a flying sandwich, something. I know maybe I'm asking too much. Probably am. But you think I should put some more effort into it? I mean, they got nothing better to do. I mean, what are they doing anyway? Flying around and having little lights, you know, in the skies and stuff. Not to scare people. Obviously, there's a security team. There's probably other stuff out there. But security teams, I don't want to know. I don't watch it very often, but I keep mentioning it because yeah, nothing to scare people, but at least to shift the vibrations. Obviously, people are feeling it, but it's like, obviously, it needs to be slow, but there will be a time. I don't know if my lifetime, but there will be a time where alien knowledge will be part of everyday life. For damn sure. You might be seen as a Looney Tune, but it's going to find its way into pop culture eventually. All this stuff. Whatever you're connected to, just it's more interesting in reality, that's for damn sure. The more outlandish, the better. Doesn't matter. It's so forth and 5 and 6 dimension, 12th dimension, whatever. You imagine 12th dimension, the movie, when they're looking at us like, yo, they got problems too. Trust me. They might not have any problems in the 12th dimension, but they still got problems because you don't really, you know, in some areas you just don't. It depends on, like in spirit, they don't really evolve. They have to come in this, you know, hell pit to do that. In 12th dimension, they can become arrogant. They become, you know, whatever it is. That's always the case. It's a little bit of everything. But it is a vacation from this place. That's for damn sure. It's like, you know, but you need this world to speed things up. I believe many souls are in the 4th and 5th. I believe actually quite a few are in the 4th. Because that's where all the action is. That's all the alien actions, your Star Treks, your wherever it is, you know, just your adventure. You live, you die, whatever. I mean, just, and if you're tired of all that, then you go up the levels. You know, so however you look at it. I mean, let's see, with the Andromeda energies. Let's see, one moment. Be peaceful to yourself. Many are, yes, getting tangled in the third dimensional manipulations of this isn't good enough. And that is not an easy reality. Many souls are feeling they can live a better life and are actually adding more pressure to themselves. Probably talking about me most of the time. But it does not mean you're not transitioning. Actually, many of you are transitioning more to the 4th dimension than you might realize. The more aggravation, it shows that you are actually ascending. So you're seeing the vices of this reality, the faults of it, you know, but you, because you know, you like see how things can be done better, like a manager of a department store. You know, you go fix things. Nothing's perfect, obviously, and you know, your reality, a lot can be fixed. That is where the 4th dimension does come in. It does soul repairs, gradual repairs. It's not there to interfere or service to self. Some do serve. This is where service to self comes in. Because some feel like, oh, I know what's best, and they go and do it instead of allowing more, is it okay to do this? And say, oh yeah, sure. Others just go out and do it. And that's where service to self energy is coming. It's mostly seen in the fourth dimension, third dimension it's seen, but it's not so obvious sometimes. So it's a little bit more cloaked here. In the fourth dimension it's very obvious. Because many just like, I can do it. Now sometimes that's for the greater good. Now even though that our service to self, a lot of that is actually for the greater good. But it doesn't always work out that way. It all depends. So it's basically fourth dimensional knowledge is realizing everyone has free will and respect that free will. Put your knowledge out there, there's nothing wrong with that. But once again, respect everyone's free will, their opinions. You realize there's Russia, there's areas where there's a lot of free speech issues. Now, when you are told that you have connections with Russia and you have no connection to it at all, but spiritually you are, it means you're healing the free speech. There's a lot of suffering if you're connected to the Arab world, wherever it might be, and you're like nowhere, you live in Kansas or something. It's like, what are you talking about? Their energy is there though. It's like you're in a place that maybe not the most perfect reality, but you're making it work for you, and you're like hunkered down. This is where your grounding is. So you send your vibration to somewhere where you are needed, where you feel like you can connect to others, and that is one place is Russia. We use that for example. So your spirit energies is like when you're in a world like this, you find a place of residence. Now some of you are in places that you don't want to live, but in a lot of ways you're needed there, even if you don't want to be there. Is just your vibrations needed for. It's not always going to be seen in this reality, but in the higher dimensions, it makes all sense. It is difficult. Right? Some of you are around politicians, some of you are around Air Force bases. It all makes sense in the long run, doesn't it? It's just that it's not the clearest. It's not supposed to be. But you can figure out in your realities, like there's an Air Force base by me. That's probably why I'm here. Healing those energies doesn't mean you have to go there and knock on their door. We won't recommend that. But realize your staple here, your presence is very important. As many of you are surgeons of light. You're here to bring in a new vibration. And bringing in a new vibration, as you know, is not always welcomed. The new energy to here to just really to move your old world out. The old world has been it's like moving a closed closet, a furniture that's been there forever. You are to move it, and many of you just like, what are you doing that for? It's been fine there forever. Why do you do that? You're here to bring change, and then you get backlash for that change. You're not always realizing what you're doing to this earth. You're bringing new energies. Now, what is your perspective? You just want to see a fourth and fifth dimension realities or higher, and everyone to receive, positive vibrations that they would like to have. That right there is heresy for a lot of beings here that want to keep the world at a low energy field. You just wanting that. You don't want to force anybody to do anything, but just you send you're like a messenger of light. And many are like, who is this person? So there's a fight going on that you most likely are aware of. And as you lighten yourself up more, by even talking about heresy once again, of aliens being touched down with you, living among you, is just as bad as having aliens from Mexico living in your society. So Mexico, yes, as I believe has been mentioned before, Mexico is also a sign of your alien friends coming here too. And you're not always aware of it, but your third dimension reality is saying, no, we don't want them here, and I believe some of you can connect to that. Things will change. Because many of your society, as you know, are allowing more alien energies in. Curiosity. a friendly connection. And so you're getting kind of an idea. Anytime they mention your border, your Mexico border, they talk about alien vibrations also. They give you a more perspective. Not always clear, is it? Now, when will aliens touch down? In due time. You are getting ready. You are changing your energy. And some of you are going through a lot of aggravation. That does not mean you're not going to welcome in a visitation in due time. Now you are already receiving alien visitations already, spiritually. Through meditation or what form that works for you. But actual physical connections are becoming more likely. The more you speak of it, the more it becomes likely. The more you think about it, the more you know about it, the more you're comfortable with it. And the more you're comfortable with it, other beings around you might not be so comfortable. We're talking about beings that you do not see. So you're actually having a conversation. And some of you are in a locked room right now having a conversation by beings that just say, you can't say these things anymore. Some of you might feel that way. You're being interrogated by somebody. Some might be men in black, some might be different species that you've never even heard of before. And this is mostly happening in the astral fourth dimension. You feel you are making a change. You don't know what the hell it is. It's like you know where you want to be. You see yourself with alien vibrations, friendliness, no war. It doesn't mean it's going to be perfect, but you know, you want to clear out that third dimensional block. Allow more healing and understanding of who your alien friends are. Realize we do hear everything that you want us to hear, at least. And realize connecting with us is not easy. We can be very intimidating. We don't try to be. But we are assisting your movement through the dimensions of this reality. Yes, there's many here that are causing blockages. But you are, the more, yes, unfortunately, the more aggravation you are feeling, that you shows you are, yes, making progress, though. Change is yes, on the way for many of you for a spiritual shift. And yes, this will, realize many of you are, yes, making a change where you've connected these beings. Most of your society is going to be, yes, scared out of their minds, basically. So maybe the lesser the attention, the better. There will be a time, yes, when we interact with your world more and more. It's not just going to be a channeled message. We'll be part of your society. Eventually, yes, we're not going to have a green card or any of that. But our existence will become more normal in your world. And many are just curious beyond fear. They have more curiosity. Fear is not even on the mind. Yes, there might be some of that. Anything new will have some kind of fear. But not your normal fear of go away. Your fear of, I want to learn from this type of fear, where it just, the fear goes away. So, yes, you are allowing more of a dimensional change in your reality. Some of you feel this already. It's like, I feel like I'm having alien contact. It just has not showed up in the physical, basically. Now, we're not just talking about Ivy. I'm talking about many of you out there. Many of you out there most likely have a visit before whoever will. It depends. We don't have any guarantees of anything. Yes, your energy, your fourth dimensional energies will increase. But your physical, anything could happen. As realize, as Andromedan beings, we are the council, if you're wondering who's speaking. We are not part of all galactic federation. We are part of our own energies. We're not part of the politics of your planet. Or alien politics. Some of us are, but this group is not. Yes, renegades, if you want to call it that. We're the outsiders, whatever you want to call it. It's where you feel safe. and connecting. The more you feel you want a change in alien knowledge in your society, it will come. Time frame of that is always going to be up in the air. So yes, the Palladians were right to bring in that alien disclosure thought. Yes, they realized dropping that was like dropping a bomb, but realize also the discussion to go into your society will speed up. Things will change in your society. You will grow out of the third dimension reality you are now, but unplugging from it isn't so simple as some might think. It's like you're going up the elevator, but it's more of like you feel like climbing a mountain. Yes, this reality is not going to be an easy transition for many. Some will be, yes, that's just the way they are developed. But some of you are here to one of the third dimensional ways, from third dimension to fourth dimension realities, and it is a bumpy road. And some wanted to keep those bumpiness, keep the aggravation out of. But many do feel aggravation, but they do feel a change of the positive. You're crystallizing yourself. You are releasing. And there's, once again, beings out here to hold you down. But many of you say, you're not going to hold me anywhere. I'm going to keep going. Of course, that causes more aggravation for the beings that are trying to control you. Even your Illuminati, some are very positive, some are very not so positive, as you know. The positive ones are assisting. They are paving your way, but it's up to you once again. You continue to go forward, you will find what you're looking for. You realize, yes, it will take time, but you know that there is a shift on its way. What kind of shift? We'll leave that for you to discover. But alien energies physically on your planet is becoming more likely. But once again, the time is never right, at least for broadcasting. But just once again, the idea of alien disclosure, alien connections is becoming more likely on your planets. But as for it becoming more known in your society, it's still up to your world consciousness. As majority of your world, it'd be nice for them to acknowledge our existence and allow us to make our appearances. Most of society will reject our existence, of course, due to the programming of your Illuminati mind control. That does not mean we will not make an appearance eventually. We don't listen to them. We listen to you. And we're not really worried about violence, because we can deter that easily. We come prepared, let's put it that way. We're not really thinking about casualties. We know what we're doing. Some beings can't change their vibration quick enough if violence is occurring. They don't always see it enough. But for the Andromedans, we can appear and disappear without an issue. Most of us can. We know your world well. Many others do too, but they still have difficulties leaving, disappearing and reappearing, moving the timelines before act of violence. Some want to experience it. Some are truly here to experience it. But your planet is going into a showdown, an awakening, where alien energies become stronger with you as you wish it to. As because many are, yes, don't want to be yes. You want just a hello, a simple hello. How are you? How does it feel to fly in a spaceship, and how is it for you to be on a third dimensional world that is coming out of lower dimensional consciousness? Because we realize our connection with you is essential for your upgrade. In due time, though. Because you have to learn some stuff on your own for us to make. We just can't disappear. We're not here to, yes, babysit your planet, as far from it. But you are basically, we're figuring it out on our own. How to connect with us, and how to manifest us into your view. Now, many of us reject that right now. That won't always be the case. Basically, you're tapping into our energies and assisting us to manifest in your vision. Some of us stop that because it's not time right for it, but some of us are allowing it to occur. It takes time. It's not time and place for everything. But yes, we are showing you it is possible to do this. Some are cringing right now, as we can feel. The idea of our visitation with your world is like, is this really possible? And they believe that some of you know that's very true. It can't happen. As for when, is always going to be up in the air. For your society to realize you're not alone here. We're not spying on you. We are assisting you where you need assistance. Basically having a clear mind of our reality, that we are part of your world. Our cultures are your cultures. We just have not showed what exactly that might be. Some of the monks on your planet are connected to Andromedans, to give you a slight hint. So, blessings to your society.